So I'm really going to try my hardest to make this quick, but I am unbelievably disappointed. I feel like we just had this conversation 2 weeks ago. I feel like we have bigger fish to fry as women in music, women who love music, but also women in music. And this is just ridiculous. So last night, I logs myself on. You're getting older when you put S at the end of stuff, like Sizzlers, Walmarts. I logs myself onto Twitter and I see that y'all fave is arguing with just yet another rap girly. Okay. I'm really exhausted with the behavior. Hey, I'm really exhausted with the behavior. I'm exhausted because the rap boys are not making good music, but the rap girlies are. And we're missing out on more good music because y'all want to be arguing with each other on the internet. Drop a diss track. Drop a diss track already. Like, can you just, that's what I want to hear. I want to hear y'all call each other derogatory terms over a beat. Like, can we do that? We thought it was going to happen when Remy got out of jail, but Remy was like, I don't have time for this shit. I got a husband. I got some other shit going on. And I don't have time to be arguing with this lady who she's clearly childish. I ain't got time with it. But she still dropped Sheether. So what I'm trying to figure out is why we not getting the music, baby? Why aren't we getting the music? Okay, so let me. Oh well, yeah. I just got on. I just got on right now. If y'all don't know what's going on, y'all gotta hit the chat. But yeah, no, I just got on. So no, so here's my confusion, right? So I logs myself on to Twitter, and when I logs on, I love putting a little S at the end of that. When I logs on, I see these girls is going back and forth. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first. I'm gonna start with the first tweet that I saw because it wasn't, I didn't see the beginning of the situation. I didn't even know what initiated it at first, but we're gonna go down the same rabbit hole together as a team. So the first tweet I saw was Lotto tweeted, damn, I can't win for losing all these awards and nominations, I can't even celebrate. And I'm like, I wonder what's going on. And I'm really irritated that this lady got me out here defending Mulatto, Miss Mulatto. This is disrespectful to me because I wasn't paying any attention to someone whose name is connected to racism and segregation in the United States of America. I didn't want no parts of it. So someone whose name is directly linked to biracialness and being light skinned, I didn't want nothing to do with it. I wish her well, but I was like, the girlies is going girly. So I'm, young people doing their thing. It's whatever. And all artists deserve to exist, especially when they're putting the time and energy into creating music for everyone else. So it wasn't even worth going on a long tangential rant about not liking this girl because her name was Lotto. This little girl been rapping on TV since like 2010 or something like that for like 5-6 years now. Damn, it's 2023. Yikes. Maybe not 5 years, maybe not 5 or 6 years, maybe not 10 or 11 years, but Lil Lotto, she been rapping for a minute now. She was on that little Jermaine Dupri show with the brat where they was doing little competitions with the kids. She been doing this for a minute, so I was really just kind of like, let the girl eat, let her win. Anyway, after I saw that tweet, then I saw the next tweet where she said, first of all, I texted you because I didn't want to do the internet shit with someone I looked up to. But like the first time I DM'd you, you asking about your ongoing subtweets, I wanted to speak up because like I said, I do agree, but the way you going about it seems malicious, especially after how we left off. And I'm like, who is she talking to? Because at the time that I saw this tweet, it said tweet is unavailable. And that's because the person she was tweeting, I blocked because I'm not trying to see that lady, pulling at these girls and dragging these girls to hell all the time. So I was just like, I'm gonna leave this shit alone. It's whatever. This ain't got nothing to do with me. But I was really curious about who she was talking to. So I clicked it. And when you block somebody, you can still see what they tweet. But if they block you, you can't see what, you can't see what they tweet if they block you. But I blocked her, so I was still able to see her tweets and unblocking whatever. But she tweeted, this Karen has probably mentioned my name in over 100 interviews. Says she waited in line for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on, bangs, pink hair. But today, Scratch Off decides to be silent rather than speak up for the Black woman she called her biggest inspiration. Now, This tweet has since been deleted. I just want to make sure y'all see that. This tweet has been deleted. Um, Now when I saw that tweet, I was like, dog, that's a L. That's a L on you. Because if someone you inspire is reaching out to you, trying to have a conversation with you, and you use that as a diss, as a drag, that's more reflective on how you chose to inspire people as opposed to how they chose to be inspired by you. This girl absolutely did all of the things that you listed. She did show up because there's a picture of her showing up for Pink Friday with her Barbie chain on and her bangs and her pink hair. She absolutely did do all of those things because she loved you. But what we also have to remember is as children, we were getting attached to people who were problematic left and right. So for 10 years to pass since Pink Friday, probably more since Pink Friday, and this is the interaction she's having with somebody she loved, was inspired by, who she looked up to, yeah, it's for surely gonna be an argument, because how you gonna play me when I wasn't trying to play you? She wasn't trying to play Nicki Minaj. She was actually just trying to have a genuine conversation about what's going on and try to be direct with her about what she felt were subtweets. Okay. So then the next tweet I saw, and you got to remember, I have the other person blocked, but I don't have Lotto blocked. So anytime any people that I follow like any of Lotto's tweets or retweet any of Lotto's tweets, they end up on my timeline. So the next one I saw was Lotto saying, I've ignored countless subtweets since March and instead addressed you in the DM. You're asking why I didn't speak up in your defense. It's the same answer I gave you when you asked why I didn't congratulate you. You're literally older than my mom trying to be a bully. So that sent the whole timeline ablaze. When I tell you, for about 2 hours last night, no, it wasn't that long because I actually wasn't that invested, but for about 39 minutes last night, I was like, what the hell's going on? So basically, what was the hashtag that she used? Hashtag 40-year-old bully. Hashtag 40-year-old bully, I guess, felt slighted because she herself, not being recognized by the Grammy Academy. Lotto's Big Energy, I think is the name of the song. Lotto's Big Energy remix went up this year. It was a very popular song within the last year, featuring Mariah Carey. No, it wasn't the remix. It was just Big Energy with Mariah Carey. And so those are two listed reasons why she's feeling slighted right now. And then another slight I think might have to do, the other slight that she felt was from a video where Lotto was talking about how a few years ago it was only Nicki that existed in the women rap space, and how now it's a bunch of other women and we're all getting a chance to eat. She was saying like everybody's getting a chance to kind of like pa, as opposed to being Nicki up here and then another woman all the way down, down here, just barely get any kind of attention. All of the women are getting a good level of attention. And she was like basically not only giving a nod to Nicki for paving the way, but also paying respect to the other women who she raps alongside with, sells albums within the same year. They're all on the same platforms. Like, this is what people have to realize. These rap artists, singers, all of these artists are existing on the same platforms. Why do you think there's some magical, mysterious land that these artists are supposed to go to that's different from where you existed? They all got to exist on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter. And they all got to exist on the AMAs and the VMAs and the BET Awards and the Grammys. They got to exist in all of the same spaces because that's all that does exist, right? So anyway, from that, Nicki said this.
15 and 20. I'll turn it up. Come in one day and the next day you trying to categorize yourself with people who've been fucking working and putting their blood, sweat, and tears in this shit for 15 and 20 motherfucking years?
Lotto's 23. Lotto's 23. 15, 20 years. She was 3 years old 20 years ago. Just because you was 23 20 years ago doesn't mean Lotto is not allowed to place herself in the same category that you were placed in when she's experiencing the same level of stardom that you are and that you have. But here we go.
And then that album come out and you can clearly see you haven't built up a loyal fan base yet.
She hasn't built up a loyal fan base because she just recently literally got off the ground with her own, like with the way that she sees herself and perceives herself as an artist. She's doing that now. And I think she has been doing it for like the last 3 or 4 years. But you also got to remember, the same way that Nikki has had pitfalls in her career, so has Lotto. Even though Lotto hasn't been out as long, Lotto has had to change her name, and that came from her being problematic and not knowing it, not realizing it. People be problematic all the time, and when you call them out for it, they get defensive until they realize I might be a little problematic. So Lotto has had to take her licks too. She's had to take her lumps too. Lotto really got thumped and lumped around, and she had to pull herself down and pull herself back and revamp her brand and a whole bunch of other stuff while all the other rap girlies were eating. So she definitely understands the whole taking a step back, just take 5 steps forward. She gets it.
Actually likes your fucking music.
That tone, like that condescension about a young person's artistry and this person coming up, is not indicative of a leader. That's not indicative of someone who actually wants to see other women win. She genuinely like does not like other rap girlies. I think that might be the rest of the audio.
And then what they start doing is they start digging the hole deeper for themselves.
So then she talks about how Mulatto started to dig the hole deeper for herself, which isn't what happened. As the night went on, people started to realize, wow, Lotto is really trying to have a genuine and like a genuinely honest and vulnerable conversation with you, and you will not stop. Like, you have zero intention on correcting your behavior or even being open to the conversation from her. And that's a little embarrassing. Like, I saw several hundred. I didn't read all several hundred tweets, but I saw there were several hundred tweets using the hashtag 40-year-old bully, and a lot of them were former fans. People who were like, no, I can't do it anymore. I can't defend her anymore. I just cannot defend her behavior anymore because this is ridiculous. So I'm kikiing it up. I'm laughing. I'm kiki. And then I wake up this morning and I see there are several other tweets. Y'all need to go follow Lotto to see all of them because, whatever. But there's another video. Oh, it's this one. It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. You know what I'm going to do? Because we're on a laptop, right? I am going to airdrop this to my MacBook. That way I can open it as a tab and y'all can actually hear the audio. So hold on. Hold on. Let's do a share. Okay, here we go.
I've done nothing to you. Yeah, you are.
It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. Recognize we weren't giving the platforms that we're being given right now. And I give you props all the time in every other interview for opening the door for that to be a possibility now.
Okay. So what, in conclusion, what do you think you wanna say about, let's let you finish your statement about what rappers were doing before and what they're doing now. I want you to finish it.
I finished it, Nikki.
Okay.
I said for a long time it was you.
It was me.
Yes,
so
and
you didn't do your research.
What
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody send you the information about all the women in the last 10 years who have had Billboard recognition worldwide.
Now, before I continue, when I saw that video this morning, I went through the rest of Lotto's tweets. Because again, like I said, I'm taking y'all on the journey that I went through when I found out this news. Okay. We're aware that Grammy nominations are coming out, American Music Award nominations are coming out. Nicki Minaj gets very, very upset and she gets very anxious when award shows happen because she knows she's not going to be recommended for anything. She knows she's not going to be nominated for anything, and she gets really agitated when women artists, especially women rappers, start getting nominations for things like that. She starts taking it as disrespect. She feels like when other women and other rappers get credit, during these times, she deserves the credit too. It's very narcissistic, okay? The thing that I feel like is super important to note is if you've never dealt with a narcissist, you won't understand that that Lotto put out. Narcissistic people are exhausting. They're so exhausting because they believe that they deserve credit for everything and anything. They believe that the work that they put in deserves to recognition, which is valid, but they also want their recognition to be attached to other people's accolades. And this is clearly a narcissistic argument that Lotto is in. She's in an argument with someone who's super duper narcissistic, super duper attention seeking, and just generally all around the way not happy at the moment, which is so sad because she's so talented. Nikki is such a talented artist, but it's getting overshadowed by her alignment with men, especially violent men, especially sexual predators. Her brother is a sexual predator who raped a child. Her husband is a sexual predator who raped a child. She did a song with a sexual predator who raped a child. I'm just not understanding her allegiances to men like that. It doesn't make any sense because you know what? When all this shit be happening on the timeline and all these girlies and they be getting these arguments, Nicki be getting these arguments with all these girls, I don't hear a peep from not one male rapper. Takashi don't tweet shit. Her husband don't tweet shit. Her brother can't tweet shit. She just be alone fighting all these people. And it's really, really interesting that she doesn't see out of all these men you made famous, not one of them came to your aid. Where's Drake? Where is Drake? Where's Lil Wayne? Where's Chris Brown? Some of their biggest singles, some of their songs of the summer had you as a feature. Where are they? Ain't said boo. Ain't said a word. Birdman ain't said shit. Nobody from Young Money has said shit. Nobody defends Nicki at all. She just be out here fighting for her goddamn life, putting out fires that she started, deleting tweets, tweet and delete. Like I'm not understanding how someone so talented is torpedoing her career like this. It's really hard to witness, to be totally honest. Let's keep going though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Since you are clearly putting yourself above these people. No, I'm not. That's the purpose misinter. I can't even think of the word. Like just purposely trying not to understand what I'm saying. You don't need to understand what you're saying because no, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I've done nothing to you. Yourself above these people. Just purposely trying not to understand what I'm saying. You don't even understand what you're saying because
That comment right there, you don't even understand what you're saying. Textbook gaslight. Textbook gaslight. To tell someone who, first of all, you can hear how sad Lotto is. You can hear how like genuinely devastated she is that this is going down in the way that it is. Like she's heartbroken. This is someone she has looked up to, someone she's just emulated, someone she's been inspired by, someone she's wanted to make proud since she was a little girl, which is not very long ago. We have to remember this girl is 23. Her frontal lobe isn't even fully being developed. She's not 25. She doesn't even have a fully developed frontal cortex. So we have to really understand this is a still basically a child, right? This very young person is devastated that this is her experience with Nicki Minaj. She's truly hurt by this. This is someone she wanted to make proud, who she wanted to stand alongside. That's why she's even given this conversation time, because she's like, she wants to mend it. She's praying that there's a miscommunication that they can like reconcile about. But no, when she says, you don't even know what you're talking about, babe, no, you don't know what Lotto's talking about. And that's the problem. And there's the gaslight, which is why Lotto followed up with that. No, I do know what I'm talking about. No, I do.
no, I know exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it was you running shit for a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I said I
Another part about that I want to like point out is I believe that Lotto I believe that Lotto is holding back from the way that she actually wants to talk to Nikki in this situation. I think she actually wants to go up, but she's trying to be mindful because that's how narcissists will do you, especially narcissists that are in positions of power. And she's in a position of power in that she's been doing this longer and Lotto respects her and loves her and she knows these things about her. So when she makes that comment, like, no, 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 I know, I do know you've been running shit for a long time. In the last 5 seconds, you can tell spicy, little spicy, spicy on there. Hold on.
For a long time. I never said that you're no longer for a long time. I never said that you're no longer running shit. I said that there are other females flourishing. What is the problem with it?
The
hard way. You're the one that
Okay.
learned the real world. Well, I love you and I will, regardless, I'm going to support you from the sidelines. I feel very, yes, from the sidelines because I can't do it publicly when someone is literally subtweeting me for no reason, purposely trying to misinterpret what I'm saying. I respect you too much to go back and forth with you. So I appreciate you for getting on the phone with me. The song lyric was recorded last year, way before any of this. And I cannot. Yeah, you said, because you just said I like to say it's given though. It's given bar was nothing, it didn't have nothing to do with you. It is not going to benefit you. You understand? If people around you cared about you, they would have told you. That's not going to benefit you. What's not going to benefit you? Let me go. I have to do this one. I'll let you back. Thank you.
So that was the conversation that Lotto and Nikki had on the phone. Kudos to Lotto for recording that conversation because if she wouldn't have recorded it, we wouldn't have known. But it's really sad. Other shots were thrown. Nikki accused Lotto's parents of being a predatory relationship. She had the husband's name totally wrong. Apparently, Lotto's parents went to high school together. They're like high school sweethearts, and so I think that was a cheap shot. Even if that was the case, Lotto's mom was very young when she had her. And so to bring up something like that, having a child when you're still a child is a traumatic experience. So to bring that up about her mom, I just thought that was flat out unbelievable. I thought that was really crazy, especially because she had the names and everything wrong. Um, Other shots were thrown where, Nikki makes a comment. She says something to the effect of, yeah, but what about your dad? Can say what you want about my husband and my brother, but what about your dad? And it was very much like, no, that wasn't the comment. That wasn't the comment. And you actually know what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up and I'll post it on my. I'll look it up and I'll post it on my Twitters. If y'all follow me on Twitter, I'll post it on my Twitter so that y'all can see the comment that Nikki made, to the effect of like, my brother and my husband are rapists, not me. And it's like, dog. Talk about missing the absolute point. All of which to say, I have a dentist appointment that I have to get ready for. This is a very sad time for the rap girlies. We deserve more as a culture for our people. And